All right, we are live. What's going on, everybody? Chris C, this slasher dude. Just a quick stream tonight of some stuff I picked up the last week, few days, few minutes. All that good stuff. As you can see in the name, Chris C, the OCD slasher dude. Yeah, pretty much. So that's the compulsive disorder just kicks in all the time. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Hope you all have a great weekend. And then I will start bringing out new content next week. The typical channel lineup will be ready to go, and we'll be all good with that. So again, hope everyone's having a good evening. I know Gizmo just did a stream with Anthony with the stuff they picked up and all that other stuff. It was really cool watching them. Getting my OCD kicked in. Anthony showed burnt offerings. Yeah, I had to pick that up. So, got it off Amazon at a pretty cheap price and stuff like that. I got the last few days, I did some Orbit DVD orders off of Orbit's site. Great people over there. I got, let's see, I got Wolf Creek with the standard slip that released. That's fine. I know Lionsgate owns it. I know they'll release it and stuff like that too. But I've never seen the film. I've wanted to own it for a while. I'm glad that Orbit had it. They did have a 4K of the Sadness, but I'm like, I'm kind of holding off on that a little bit. If it's still around, I'll pick that up when it's available. But I picked up, I ordered that Wolf Creek, which I shouldn't have because I just got 2. I should have gotten 3 with the promo code that they had and everything like that. Hey, Jason, thanks for joining. I appreciate it, my friend. Good seeing you in the chat and down in Gizmo stream. Appreciate it for showing up here. But, and then, yeah, so I got I got Wolf Creek with a new movie. I remember seeing the trailer and I kind of like it. I like possession films. So it's Nefarious, kind of spelled differently, but it's called Nefarious. I guess it was just a straight to physical media release or something like that. It kind of looked like that from the trailer, but it looks interesting. So I'll check that out. And then from the stream, I saw Brad do with Pops and Tony from Masters of the 80s. Great people over there. I suggest everyone subscribe to each one of those awesome people. Awesome dudes. Great content that they do all the time. Very knowledgeable as well. Yeah, Pops pre-ordered, Alan pre-ordered that Talk to Me special edition that comes with the hand. It's all kind of shaking you or whatever. I can't really do that. My fingers are too skinny for that. I pre-ordered that with it's called Possession, and that's a special edition for that too, just so I can get the free shipping and stuff like that too. So kind of going with that. So at least I kind of did that right. Another order from Orbit I did before this last order was a few titles. One of them being Taxi Hunter, that 88 Films released. That's a special edition. I purchased that as part of my order through Orbit. That comes with a poster. That's really cool. That kind of completes the trilogy, I believe. Someone may correct me if I'm wrong, that Anthony Wong did with that director. I forget the director's name off of the top of my head. That was one of them. And then there's a few other I added to that order. So that will be coming when I think, because I did, as part of that order, I ordered William Friedkin's Bug with Charlize Theron, I believe. Or, no, it's not her. Somebody else. But that was a pre-order, so they'll release that probably with that order. So that'll be a pretty big haul. I'll do a stream on that or a video on that, one or the two. And then, is that it? Yeah, that's it for pre-orders. Other than, let's see. Check this. Is that Umbrella Talk to Me? Or A24, heard A24 is releasing version with the hand also. It's an A24 film, yes. I love A24. They're not hit and miss to me. I've really loved all the films I've watched from them. So I haven't heard about that other one. So who knows? It could be correct and stuff like that. But I just did through Umbrella. They're good company and stuff like that too. And it's like, why not? I live in an apartment here, my own little dungeon here. I'll probably, but yeah, just getting that. And the other one's called Possession. I know there was another company that released Possession, I think, but it's a special edition for that too, collector's edition of that too, off of Arrow's UK site. Excuse me, talking a bit too fast and drinking water They and that was about a month or so ago. I remember they announced on the UK site the Psycho 4K collection, all the films other than the remake, I think, on 4K. I pre-ordered that. That was a must. And also Blood and Black Lace, the Arte Edition 4K. Yeah, that was a must. So those are two main ones from them that I pre-ordered. So I have a few pre-orders coming sooner than later. So it'll be cool. October is going to be a great month. I'll give it that. So, and then I'll just showing up what I've recently picked up here. And then I'll just talk about the future episodes and stuff that are on my channel next week. So let's go ahead and get started. From Amazon. And it's just like, I don't know. It just seems like every day it's like something. I'll probably need to get the watching these haul videos a rest maybe. So, but it's all good. It's my passion. I love it. I also collect books and stuff, by the way. I'm a big horror book fan and stuff like that. So I have a shitload of those horror books in my nerd den in there that I need to read and stuff like that. I may do a video one of these days, just doing kind of my top horror books I believe are my favorite. I probably have a top 5 already, or at least a top 3 to 4 already. And those were first time reads and I love them to death. Anyway, so what I pick up from recently from Amazon.com, Possessor. I missed out my opportunity a while back to get it with the slip and stuff like that. But I saw this on Hulu, I believe. And it's from Neon too, that company Neon. I'm sorry, kind of blurred out here. But so they're almost, I don't want to call them a boutique label, but it's definitely a Cronenberg label, I guess, because it's Brandon Cronenberg, David Cronenberg's son, who did this film. And I saw this on Hulu a few years ago. It stars the actress who played Mandy, and I love Mandy. That's a top 10 all-timer film for me. And this is a really good film. Brad did his WTF on this with the guys there. Yeah, it's a great film and stuff like that. I can't wait to revisit this 4K edition of this. So, and it's the uncut one. I've seen the uncut one. Yeah, it's batshit crazy. Great film. Everything else here, actually, the one on the bottom I've seen, but I'll get to the other Cronenberg to add to the collection. This is Antiviral. I remember Brad showed this one off. This is done by Brandon Cronenberg. I think this is his first film. I'm not sure. Someone may have to correct me on that. IFC Midnight and stuff like that, but it's like an IFC Midnight release in itself, not under Scream Factory or anything like that, because it's an interesting film, I guess. So it stars, let's see. I know Malcolm McDowell's in this. I think he is. Let's see. Yeah, and Malcolm McDowell. So it's always good. Malcolm McDowell always seems to kill it with anything he's played. I always loved him as an actor and stuff like that. Old school actor. But I kind of can't wait to check this one out. So this will be a watch definitely in the future. So, and then off with some recommendations and stuff like that, and hearing about it in one of the chats and one of the streams, the Night Train Murders. This is a Blue Underground release. Blue Underground's really good with their transfers. Maybe a bare bones Blu-ray. I don't care. I have Blue Underground's The Prowler. I love that film. It's probably one of the best transfers I've ever seen for a slasher. I know this is kind of people consider this a knockoff of Last House on the Left. I have not seen Last House on the Left, the OG one. I love the remake, but I haven't seen the original one yet. So I plan to check that out. I plan to check this out. I also have Last House, or House at the End of the Park with the late great David Hess in it as well. So I'll check that out as well. So that may be like a triple feature type of a thing, So getting into these kind of like rape revenge type of films and stuff like that, they can be very brutal and stuff like that. So for films like this, suggest a pretty strong stomach for them. Next one, it's John Carpenter. I have a lot of the Scream Factory John Carpenter releases and stuff like that. I don't have them all yet, but I have quite a few. So that's kind of what I'm going for there when I collect for Scream Factory titles. So it's always cool to do that. That's Body Bags. I remember hearing about this anthology a while back and stuff like that, so I'm going to check it out. I heard it's pretty cool stuff. Mark Hamill in it, Stacy Keach is in it. All-star kind of horror cast, as you can call it. So, I mean, and this is directed by well, it's John Carpenter and it's Toby Hooper. So what more could you ask for and stuff like this? So this is definitely a gem. Who knows? We may get a 4K from this from Scream Factory. If anybody would want a 4K version of this, sure, why not? Body bags. And this one, I remember Dirk showing off on his channel with Darren. And I have, so basically, I'm going to try to see if I can collect most of all the double features. I know some are out, talking a little bit too fast. Some are out of print. So I only have one double feature other than this one from Scream Factory that I got a while back, and that's Bad Dreams with Visiting Hours. And this one's Tales from the Crypt, the OG original Tales from the Crypt, and the Vault of Horror. So these are based off of the EC Comics line of comics, the horror comics that they did back in the day. They did a Tales from the Crypt. They did a Vault of Horror. They also did science fiction comics, sci-fi fantasy, I believe it was called, and stuff like that. But these have a all-star cast, like Christopher Lee's in here, Peter Cushing's in here, I believe, with these two different movies and stuff like that too. So these were made in the 70s. Yeah, 70s, 72 and 73. So, but these are based off the EC Comics stories. So very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Well, very cool, like anthology stuff. So it's worth definitely to me checking these out because I've recently just checked out the older like Christopher Lee films. Like I recently watched, and that was on Amazon Prime. I think it's called The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism with the late great Christopher Lee. He must have the record, I think, for starring in the most like horror films ever. So it's kind of trippy. I know him and Peter Cushing were really good friends though, so it's a cool story about that. But yeah, here's the double set that I got. So I'm trying to get more of those sets. I kind of want to get that 4K Slumber Party Massacre double set. That'd be cool to have. And then last and not least, by Amazon, I have the Dark Web, but that's the original Unfriended. So I think this was the first. It's okay. It's a good film. It's a good found footage horror. I don't mind it. I think this was the first one done through a computer, through like MySpace thing or something like that. But I think this was the first film to do that, like in that aesthetic, basically. Basically, this girl gets killed. All these people kind of here were part of that, supposedly. There's some pretty twisted stuff in this film. I love found footage. So, I mean, it's underrated, in my opinion, for a found footage horror. I do like the Dark Web better. If you get Unfriended, Unfriended Dark Web, it's a lot better, actually. Because Unfriended, the Dark Web, that could happen. This one, of course, it's paranormal, but I like it. It's a good found footage film. So, all right, got some people in chat here. So, yeah, I like body bags. Yeah, I love a lot of early John Carpenter stuff. It's just when he got into the late 90s, the late 90s, maybe like 2000s and stuff. Basically, Ghost of Mars did it in for him. I mean, that was it. And that's one of the worst films I've ever seen from him. Hey there, Reed. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Saying hi to Jason. Saying hi to Spicy. Hopefully, inventory store won't work. It did. It's quick. Working in the grocery business for as long as I have and stuff like that, I've gotten used to it. We're getting a new assistant store team leader next week, I think, too. So it's kind of a transitionary period. So it's okay. So it went through without a hitch for the most part. So it's out good. Hey, thank you, Brad, for joining. I appreciate it. I hope everything going good with you, my friend. I'm sure you're probably loving me show some of this off. I'm saying hi to Brad. Cool. Appreciate the little bit of the turnout here. Thank you all very much, too. I just got to 51 subscribers. I did not think I would get to 50. I'm very humbled. Thank you all a lot. Thank you all for watching my shitty content. I really appreciate it. Like I say, I do this for fun. I do this for love. I do this for all of you out there because we all have the same love and we all share the same blood and the same mud. So it's great. It's great stuff. So, yeah, I'm a fan for what it is. It could have been so much better. I mean, you almost have an all-star cast in there. I mean, Jason Statham is in it. I mean, and I don't know. It just seemed the music was really good. It's Ice Cube could have been better. He's actually a good actor, but you have to put him in something kind of better than that. If they, I don't know. It just seemed too cheesy for my taste, but I don't really know. So that's all that I picked up from Amazon. So. Okay, now for the gut busters here. One of the gut busters. So Brad talked about it in the stream when Pops showed this one off, but the whole Screenbox situation, in my opinion, watching Garrett do his thing, I really appreciate Born to Be Red for doing that too. About a little bit of confusion, and he understood how pissed off some people were about it, including me. I was annoyed that some of the stuff hasn't been released from Screenbox yet. I don't know the business, so I'm not gonna dog on them too much because I don't know how the business works. I'm just not gonna go forward with that. But licensing them out to different people and stuff like that, different labels. So, but anyway, I got this off of eBay. That was $60. That's the Outwaters. It's found footage, from what I understand. First time I saw this, Garrett got his Vinegar Syndrome order in because it's from ETR Media, I guess, and that's one of their partner labels. And sorry for the blur there, but there's the 5. Let's see. Stupid clear. There we go. And there's the 5. So a custom, awesome slip from Vinegar Syndrome as always. So basically, I saw this on pre-order on Amazon, just the bare bones one for $26. Vinegar Syndrome did have only a few copies left. If you do want it, I suggest getting from them if Vinegar Syndrome still has it. It's not worth buying it for the slip, even though the slip is nice. It's not paying $60 just for something that's should be just 20. And you know what I mean, but that's another time for another Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you a lot. And I'll check out your channel too. I know you have one and stuff like that. And I know Reed does too. And I found his channel and a few others and stuff like that. I know Texas is starting his channel soon too. And that's going to be very cool. So I'm definitely going to sponsor him. That's a shout out to him too. He's starting that as well. Kind of seeing me do it. And I say, I just do this kind of for fun. If you can do this and do it that way, he'll do his own thing and should be good. Should be a good time with him. So it should work pretty good. All right, then my order for Grindhouse video finally came in, and Grindhouse releasings and stuff like that. And it's okay. I'm not gonna. I was kind of bitching and complaining about that real quick, and but nonetheless, I got my alert from my my shop app on my phone and stuff like that, saying it's on its way. I'm like, awesome. And that's one. This will be a future Fulci Friday. That's The Cat in the Brain. I heard this isn't the best film. But because it stars Lucio Fulci, which I didn't know at the start. I really didn't. So that's the late, great Lucio Fulci here, all around kind of here, doing his psychopath maniac movie, I believe. You can almost say it's like a documentary on himself. So, I mean, who knows? But that's The Cat in the Brain. He did this in the early 90s, I think. And I don't know when he passed, but yeah. So when I do my Fulci Fridays, I'm kind of going to do. I'm kind of doing for Fulci Fridays most of his films in chronological order. Kind of trying to, a little bit. My first, of course, was Perversion Story. I know he did A Woman in the Lizard's Skin before that. That's kind of pricey from where I've seen it on Amazon. I may have to find other boutique labels or find some other sites to see if that version that Mondo Macabre releases is a little bit cheaper. So we'll see. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Mine is Body Count Rising. Okay, cool. Excellent. No, I'll remember that. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, me and Brad have talked about that. Yeah. definitely. So, and then last but not least, and I just got intrigued by this film when I saw that Grindhouse was releasing this. That's Impulse with William Shatner. This was done, 72? I think this predates Bundy. I think it does. I'm not sure, but I'd have to, and that's kind of dark thinking. I have to think of when Bundy was actually captured, because I know he's captured multiple times and he escaped. But this seems to be Maniac before Maniac, the way the synopsis for this film is, and it's William Shatner. I know he did Twilight Zone episodes and other things, but I don't think he's done ever anything since that's this right here. This character. So it's really I've heard good things about it. I got this one too. It came with like a card type of thing signed by the director in the back. I thought that's pretty cool. I have that in the back. I have that in my nerd den there. So yeah, that's Impulse. So that's all those you can say other releases. So more Grindhouse stuff to add to the collection there. So I remember seeing the trailer to Impulse and stuff like that. I'm like looking at that. I'm like going, yeah, that's William Shatner acting like William Shatner. So he's really. What's the deal with Grindhouse Video? Talking to Brad and Pops and the rest of them and stuff like that too. They're I guess the person is running it isn't doing the best job in the world with running it. I'm not gonna call that person out and all this stuff too. I'm not gonna do it. They'll kind of do it for me and stuff like that too. I know there's been some instances he used to do videos and stuff like that, and then he got complacent, I guess, because I haven't seen his earlier videos. Pops and Brad and the rest of those boys, they've seen it. I haven't, but I guess he got really complacent, got really kind of bad, like a don't care attitude, I guess it is. So, and it's just kind of with that. It's almost the deal with Severin, right? When Severin, posted at their, I forgot what con they're at and stuff like that. It's the typical table, and they do the typical thing. Well, they'll take the picture, then they'll blurt out, pixel out the one in the right corner of that picture, and that's Four Flies. I know what it is. You can just zoom in on it. You know what it is. It's Four Flies, and it's like, so they're lying to their customers. So that's what Severin did. So they lied to their customers. So I mean, that's a. So that's really, it's like I remember when they had their last sale, and I got some good titles from their site for cheap. I mean, like 3 Blu-rays, 1 4K, I think, or 2 4Ks and stuff like that. And they were $20 to $25 each, and it's a lot of them are recommendations for all you guys here. And it's just, it's good stuff there, but I know they released when they released The Psychic, I was interested because it's a Fulci film. But I'm not paying $55 for that. Shameless has a release. I have it saved on my Amazon thing. I don't need it with the slip. It'd be cool to have it with the slip, but I think Darren has that version from Shameless and stuff like that. Because I have a few films from Shameless too. Like I said, with the Four Flies, 4K from Severin and stuff like that. That's my second one. I have the Shameless release of Four Flies. So, yeah, like I said, that was a kind of a blind buy for me. And I know, like these boutique sites, they do trailers and stuff like that too. Also, Grindhouse, what they're doing is, I know they do limited theater releases. That would be cool to see that. See an actual Grindhouse film kind of theater like that. Because it's definitely a Grindhouse film to me. So it'd be very interesting. Hey guys, a fucking asshole to Grindhouse video. Yeah. Yeah. I think there was one where I think it was like he showed how bad the truck shipment was and all this stuff, like laying all over the floor and all this other stuff. So I don't know. It was one of those things. Either he gets drunk or high or something like that and just decides to not do the smartest thing when he goes live. So that's it, just for a quick for what I picked up and all that other stuff too, and just future channel plans for next week. My my recommendation Monday for anime and manga. I'm going to be doing Berserk. I recommend that to anybody, even if you're not an anime or a Japanese manga fan. I recommend that. I haven't watched Never Seen It Tuesdays. There we go. Never Seen It Tuesdays are going to be. It's going to be double feature special edition of Never Seen It Tuesdays. These two gems right here, Prisoners of the Ghostland and Bodies. I did not hate this film. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Same thing with this one, but I did not hate Bodies. I'll discuss that. And then my Giallo Wednesday is going to be I just watched it last night. The Fifth Chord from Luigi Pogozzi. That's part of that Giallo Essentials red set, Volume 1 and stuff like that. That's my favorite one of that set for right now. And I'll give my review for that one on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm off. Fulci Friday is going to be my favorite Fulci film so far, and that's The Beyond. So I'm going to be doing Fulci Friday on that bad boy. And then Slasher Saturday is going to be Bloody Birthday. So I've heard good things about Bloody Birthday. So I'm going to be checking that one out. Evil Children, I'm all for that. And, and we'll kind of see how everything go. Hi, Ali. Thanks for joining real quick. I appreciate it. Just showing off what I got real quick, and hence you see the name Chrissy, the OCD slasher dudes. So, and all that good stuff, all that kind of good stuff there, what have you. So, and then I'm gonna show this off real quick because I remember Brad mentioned it when he was on the stream with me last, and this was part of my my order from Hamilton Books. They're another label and stuff like that. And it's this guy right here. So it's a film by Ryan Nicholson called Torched, and this is from Unearthed Films. So it's a revenge film, a rape revenge film. So, and it's MVD. So it looks it basically, yeah. So I like films like this, but this will be very interesting to check this out. Basically, just this quick synopsis of the film. It's like she's a nurse, I guess, and she gets molested or gang raped in so many words and stuff like that. She gets revenge. So one of these days, I'll definitely check this one out. So I mean, it's really with a lot of titles from these labels and stuff like that, and these sites. Like I say, I highly suggest Hamilton Books because I got the Giallo Essentials blue set, sky blue set for $60. That was the cheapest I've seen it. So who knows? It may pick up and stuff like that. So, and it's from Unearthed Films, so I'm like, why not and stuff like that. By the way, Brad, that was a very cool release of The Untold Story. That's a nice looking release too. That's a nice slip for that. I recommend that to everybody too, even if you're not a Category 3 fans. So. Slasher Saturday will be that, and then that'll be it. Then future stream probably Sunday. If I have the time, I'll do the rest of my anime on DVD collection. I'll just show off the rest of those, and then I plan on doing a video of kind of the more unique DVDs that I have and stuff like that. I remember in Brad's Hall stream and stuff like that, Tony from Masters of the 80s showed off DVD jewel cases, basically, or CD jewel cases, as you call them, and stuff like that. And that made me think about when looking at that. It says, yeah, because I have the first Saw film in that. So I'll show that off one of these days and stuff like that too. So, and then future ones, I already have future kind of plans for, like, I'm going to be one of these days, once Saw X comes out, I'm going to be ranking all the Saw films, my favorite to least. You know what I mean? Like from, you can say whatever is worst in that franchise, and I love the franchise. I love all the movies for what they are. So that I I plan on doing my top 5 Ridley Scott films. That's going to be a great one for me, because I'm definitely going to do my research on that. Ridley Scott's my favorite director, so I plan on me doing a top 5 for that. I'd like to do some other ones with Brad's permission. I would like to do a top 5 Michael Mann films, but I have to do more research on him. For, I've seen a few of his films and stuff like that, and I have to pick a good 5. And my top 5 Cronenbergs, of course, but basically whatever top 5s I plan on doing, my own top 5s will be of those certain directors in particular. So yeah, definitely. That is definitely the medical term for it. It's, I know it's not the greatest, it's not the greatest word to use, so I kind of try to keep it kind of, what I mean, kind of down low with that and stuff like that. After watching The Untold Story and stuff like that too, I'm like going, wow, and stuff like that. You never know, Spicy. You never know. My opinions have changed sometimes on some stuff. It's like I was going to do a top 5 Argento films and stuff like that. Some people may want to get in on that. That might change. I do plan on doing top 5 Giallo movies. That's going to be interesting. For me anyway, just getting into Giallo and watching them. There's a lot of good ones I still need to watch, but I know what my top 3 are right now for Giallo anyway. Those may surprise you. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Yeah, because Brad's really helped me out a lot for that. And, but yeah, that'll probably be the one kind of main one basically for Ridley Scott, because there's a few I haven't seen from him. One from Shout Factory called, which my parents have seen, Someone to Watch. It's called Someone to Watch Over Me. So that may be a future never seen it Tuesday review, because that one has Tom Berenger and some other woman in it. That's directed by Ridley Scott. Of course, we can't forget Black Rain. The really good movies like that, Thelma and Louise, all that good stuff. So, all right, not too bad. A good 31 minutes, good, quick and easy. Thank you all for joining, whoever joined. I really appreciate it. Again, I appreciate the love. We're up to 51 subscribers. I really appreciate that. And thank you all for showing the love. I always show the love back, and I appreciate and respect everybody. I love all the streams you all do, all the content you all do. It's great. You make me a better cinephile, so to speak, and you give me a great recommendations, and you just open me up to just like a huge, just plethora of great stuff. I really highly appreciate it. And like I say, the struggle is real. It's very real. I mean, make no mistake, I was almost tempted when that pre-order came up for The Exorcist collector's edition. That was literally a purple Bible. I was really tempted. I was extremely tempted, but I'm like, no way, dude. I have my nice slip Blu-ray that I got at Walmart and stuff like that, The Exorcist, and that's all good. So it's like, it was great stuff. I really appreciate it. Hey, Texas, thanks for coming in. Now I was just showing off what I purchased in the last few days, I guess you can say. I'll show them off real quick to show the stack here. Antiviral, Night Train Murders, Body Bags, the double feature, Tales from the Crypt, and then the Vault of Horror, which is those are more based off the EC Comics comic line, and then Unfriended. So it's good to pick up Unfriended. It's too bad I should have picked that up Unfriended sooner when it had to slip and stuff like that. And of course, Possessor. So the trilogy is complete with David Cronenberg's films. Brad, if you're still here, of any other films he's done? Was Possessor, was Antiviral his first or his second, third, what have you? And then just these 3 right here, these main 3. The 2 Grindhouse ones, The Cat in the Brain, starring Lucio Fulci as Lucio Fulci, and then Impulse with the great William Shatner. And I was sponsoring your soon-to-be channel too. There, Texas, real quick as well, saying that you were making one and stuff like that too, and and just right. Infinity Pool is his latest. I was wondering what his first could have been. Well, I'm sure he could have been like his father and doing like production stuff, and dabbling in with a bunch of stuff too. So okay, so I'm basically caught up then. Yeah, I said, yep. Definitely Possessor will be a. I might do this. I might do this on yeah, this month's almost up and stuff like that. So I'll add that to next month's Never Seen It Tuesdays, because I'm kind of doing like that, like a channel that I watch where they do trash movies in my collection and stuff like that. So I pick basically one for each week, which is like 4 to 5 sometimes. I'll sometimes do a double feature, and yeah, then after that double after I do the double feature. The double feature Never Seen It Tuesday of these two gems right here. I watched this last night, so this will be a future Never Seen It Tuesday. I'll just say this off the bat. I already put my review up on Letterboxd. This is probably one of the, if not the best anti-war film I've ever seen. So. And don't let this fool you. He's not that old in this. This looks like a middle-aged man. It's not. This is a child. I'm considering that. It's a child. So. All right, and that's it. Thank you all again for joining. I really appreciate it. I know it's late for some of you all out there and all that stuff too. I hope you enjoy the weekend. I'm sure there's some streams going on in the weekend. I will definitely check those out and stuff like that, and always show the support if you can. Slash the like, Giallo stab the subscribe and stuff like that. And let's keep this train coming. I love you all, and I'll talk to you all as savages later. You all take care.